Aiden Richardson and Mark Baker present Manned Mars Mission Project. Our goals for this project are to learn things about Mars that robots cannot figure out. This will benefit us because we can learn more about a planet that we are thinking about living on.
We will be sending 4 rockets to space. They are called 1 ship, 2 ship, red ship, and blue ship. 1 ship is for supplies and for building and stuff. 2 ship is for fuel for future missions if the crew will need more fuel after they land on Mars. Red ship is the cruise ship, and blue ship is special. This will cost about $40 billion.
Our crew will consist of 2 doctors, 2 botanists, 2 children, 2 pilots, 4 engineers, 3 mechanics, 4 scientists, and 5 construction workers. These people go through intense tests and training to make sure that they are the right people to go to Mars. The doctors are there for any health issues that might occur. The botanists are for growing food for more diverse diets once they get to Mars. The children are so that they can be the first children to space and to Mars, but also in case the crew needs small people to do things and because children see things differently than adults do. The pilots are for piloting the red ship and blue ship, in case the navigational systems aren't working well. The engineers are for solving problems that may occur. The mechanics are for fixing those problems. The scientists are there to do science work on Mars, and the construction people are there to build things.
The rockets will launch in September of 2024 because that's when Mars will be close enough for the rockets to get there in a reasonable amount of time, which is about 6 months. They will be there for about 1 year before they return in the same rocket that brought them there, which will take another 6 months. We will provide the crew with enough food and water to last them the entire journey if they ration it correctly.
Due to the nature of the mission, there will be specialized equipment for the astronauts to use while on Mars. Since the astronauts will be wearing big, heavy suits to protect themselves from the Martian environment while they aren't in the habitat, they will also have a manned Martian rover. This would cost around $1.5 billion. Mars dust is much finer than the dust here on Earth. This dust is very dry, meaning that it will stick to everything, including our spacesuits. This would make it very difficult for the astronauts to avoid tracking Martian soil into the habitats and into their lungs. To make things even worse, Mars's soil is very toxic, and constant exposure could be deadly. Due to this fact, the suits will be designed to dock onto the outside of the base so that none of the Martian dust will get inside of the habitat.
All of the astronauts will be under extreme conditions while on their way to Mars. They'll have to deal with boredom, extra exposure to cosmic radiation, lack of food and water, etc. We'll have solutions for all of this. To help with their boredom, we'll have a Nintendo Switch and a VR headset so they can play Beat Saber, as well as an Xbox Series X and a PS5, and a deck of cards for any card games and a chessboard. For the cosmic radiation, the ships will have lightweight magnetic shields, and the cruise ship will be stocked with a variety of food for the trip there and back. Since there is microgravity inside the ship, former water bottles won't work. They'll have to store the water in bags and drink them with straws. They can refill their water bags in several places throughout the ship.
All of the astronauts will be under extreme conditions while on Mars. They will be bored, but we have already discussed how we are solving that, and they won't have readily available access to oxygen. Mars's atmosphere is extremely thin, so they will also have to deal with the threats of cosmic radiation and meteors. We have solutions for all of this. The oxygen problem will be remedied because we can use a machine that uses a process known as electrolysis to convert water into breathable oxygen, which will then be distributed throughout the habitat and into the suits while they are docked into the habitat.
We will have the builders set up a base for everyone to be in while they finish the rest of the construction. The buildings will be located in an underground and abandoned lava tunnel, so they will be protected from sun and meteorites. The main building will have everything needed for the astronauts to survive for long periods of time. Any future missions will be able to use this base and any materials left behind.
They will have specialized spacesuits and specialized equipment so that they can go on Mars' surface to collect samples of things to research once they get back to Earth. Since Mars is cold, we will have heaters in the base and in spacesuits. For power, we will use nuclear energy so we do not have to rely on nature.
Since there is not a lot of gravity, and it's very difficult to make your own, this means that the crew's body will deteriorate. To counteract this, we will make the crew and Mr. Beast go through intense exercise every day. We will watch our crew from the satellites and advise them to do what is best for their health.
We will be the only organization working on this project, and we will be able to handle this on our own. This will not be an international project except to get the money needed to pay for it. The first way we are going to pay for this voyage will be Mr. Beast, since he and his crew will be going to Mars in the blue ship. He won't be able to pay for everything, so we will also permanently borrow $16 from every person on the planet so that everybody can say they helped with this project. This will bring in a total mission budget of around $128 billion.
And this is how we will get to Mars for science and Mr. Beast videos.